As a former pre-K teacher, watch what you say and do around your kids, because they come back and they tell us. So I heard two of my kids arguing, and one little girl was like, that's why your mama's fat. Hold on, time out. We're not body shaming. And the other girl was like, but that's why your mama ain't got no edges and she bald like the teacher. Hold, time out. What? Why you gotta bring me in it? Y'all were talking about each other's mom. Get back on her mom. So my students were in pretend play, and I heard one of my students yell, does anybody want to buy any of my food stamps? I'm selling food stamps. Absolutely not. Desiree, no. I don't care if it is pretend fraud. Not in here. Nope. How much for? No, you know what? No. So one day my wife had to come up to the school to bring me my lunch, and one of my students came up to me and he was like, so that's who you had SEX with? Carlos. No. Stop. And then Gavin talking about, I'd hit that. As a former pre-K teacher, watch what you say and do around your kids, because they come back and they tell us. Mister, did you know I have 3 knees? No. I got a left knee, a right knee, and a weenie. Mister, my granny says she gonna claim me and my brother on her taxes since my mom ain't got no job yet. That's cool. One of the private schools I worked at, this little girl came up to me and she's like, hey, guess what? And I was like, what's up? And she's like, my mom and dad adopted a mud baby like you. A what? A mud baby. You know, it brown like you, looks like mud. No, it's just called a baby. Just a baby. So during recess, I saw a few of my kids like pulling up grass, and I was like, what are they doing? And they came up to me, they're like, hey, do you have a little baggie we can stick this in? I was like, no, why? And they're like, so we can sell it to the kids. Absolutely not. I refuse to have FFA kids in my class, future felons of America. Absolutely not. So one morning, my student come in and he's like, mister, you wearing a red shirt? That means you're a blood, right? And I don't like bloods. I was like, no, I'm not a blood. And he was like, well, then you need to take off that red shirt. No, I'm not taking off my red shirt. And he gonna talk about, well, then you want all this smoke and you gonna catch this fade later. First off, Gavin, I'm not afraid of you. I refuse to be afraid of someone who still pees on themselves and getting diaper rashes. So one time for show and share, my student got up there and he was like, so I brought my mom's friend Kathy for show and share. And I was like, Kathy? Who's Kathy? And he goes into his backpack and pulls out his mom wig and like, this is my mom's friend Kathy. Marcus, does your mom know that Kathy's up here? No. So you got Kathy up here wig nap? Boy, you better, no. As a former pre-K teacher, watch what you say and do around your kids, because they come back and tell us. Gavin edition. So Gavin had got into trouble, and I told him, I said, hey, when your mom gets here, I will be letting her know about your behavior. This boy gonna walk up to me with fake money talking about how much is it gonna cost to keep your mouth shut. First off, that's the pretend play money. That money belongs to the school. That's not even you. Boy, you go sit down. So one morning during parent drop off, Carlos got dropped off by his mom, and Gavin goes up to Carlos's mom talking about, dang, you got a lot of milk in your boobs. Get him. Well, all the kids were supposed to be tracing their name, and I saw Gavin, and he was messing around. I was like, Gavin, trace your name. And he gonna look at me talking about, all you care about is someone tracing their name. But see, you don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood. Did you just quote Boys in the Hood? What time is it? It's nap time. Boy, finish tracing your name.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.